Are you feeling any of these? Any of these? Tired, fatigued. I love this picture. She's peeking through her hair. She can't get up. I've had those days myself. Low energy, restless sleep. In fact, I had a little bit of restless sleep last night, so I know how it feels to not get a good night's sleep. And how did I get myself back to sleep? Breathe well techniques. Are you feeling lack of concentration, low motivation? We all have these kinds of days, and the most important thing you can do is know how to snap out of them. And if you can't snap out of them, how can you actually start to move in the right direction for your health? Breathing well helps all of the things that I mentioned: tiredness, fatigue, lack of concentration, low energy, everything. So it's like taking a multivitamin, and it's only 15 to 20 minutes a day. That's the commitment in this 21-day Breathe Well challenge. I think that that's something everyone can do in order to support their health on all levels. Now, here's a couple of really interesting scientific studies that produce these results. Number one, when you are breathing properly, it increases blood oxygen levels to the brain. And of course, that's going to help with your ability to concentrate, ability to focus, ability to retain information and to remember things. We all need to be functioning in this world at a high level. There's lots of distractions and things vying for our attention. So if our brain is not getting enough oxygen, we're not able to really do any of those things and function at the level that we need to. So this image is an MRI scan of the brain, and the one on the right is in a hyperventilated overbreathing state, and the blue indicates a lack of oxygen to the brain. On the left is normal breathing. That's proper breathing. And you can see it's illuminated with yellow, orange, and red. And that's a sign that there's higher oxygen concentration in the brain in those areas. So why is overbreathing a thing? The thing is, most of us breathe twice as much as we need to. We overbreathe, we hyperventilate. Two of the things that we can observe in ourselves is the tidal volume, the amount of air we're taking in, and the respiratory rate, your breaths per minute. Both of those things will indicate whether you're over breathing or not. And because most of us throughout our day, we're not breathing consciously, we're taking in too much air. We take in too much air because we're at this sort of level of stress and anxiety. Even at a low level stress and anxiety, we are taking in too much air. And taking in too much air is actually decreasing the amount of available oxygen to our brain. All right, so I love this this brain scan because it shows it so clearly how if you begin to breathe properly, you instantly start saturating your brain with oxygen. Here's the next interesting graphic that has to do with blood pressure and heart rate variability. Now, proper breathing helps your blood pressure decrease immediately, not just days, weeks later. We're talking about real time. So as soon as you begin your breathing practice, you're already helping drop your blood pressure between 3 and 5 points, if not more. That was in a study that was shown in the Breath book by James Nestor, where he cites over 400 studies on the breath. And I highly recommend that book if you haven't read it yet. It's a great read. It's very interesting stories as well. So this graph is showing the difference between overbreathing, which would be something like 15 to 30 breaths per minute, and normal breathing or proper breathing, which would be something between 5 and 7 breaths per minute. That would look like maybe a 5 or 6 second inhale, 5 or 6 second exhale. Now, if you look at the red jagged line, you can see that is erratic, that is quick heartbeats, that is at 30 breaths per minute. So the heart is actually really working hard here. Then if you shift and look at the green line, you can see the variability there is quite high. So in that area, you can see that that's between 5 and 6 second breath inhale, 5 and 6 second exhale. you're immediately getting that drop in blood pressure and you're increasing your heart rate variability, which is amazing. Heart rate variability is a sign of a healthy heart. It's a resilient heart. It's one that bounces back after effort or exertion and finds its natural rhythm very quickly. So those are a couple of the scientific images that show you exactly what's happening in your brain and in your heart. Breathing well helps all of these things and more. It counteracts memory loss, reduces anxiety and depression, improves digestion, improves your ability to focus and concentrate, helps regulate your emotions. We can all use that. Helps normalize our blood pressure and decreases muscular tension and stress and pain in the joints. For the 21-day breathing challenge, I challenge you to improve your breathing so that every part in your body, every level in your body can be supported. And in this challenging times, it's really important that we do everything we possibly can from a holistic perspective. And, you know, when we need the Western doctors' help, they are there to help us. But we should be ready and willing to do everything we can to help ourselves. And breathing well is basically free. It's not something you have to buy. So breathing well is a gift. Now, here's a picture I took at my hike just a couple days ago on the top of Sorich Ranch, checking out this beautiful view. And whenever I go out in nature, I also breathe well. So I wanted to bring that to you. And feel free to email me if you have any questions. Take care, everyone. Here's to good breathing and your good health.